Boy, I'm not taking nothing away from the Wild tonight, and I need you to understand that. But the St. Louis Blues are playing like absolute dog shit.
Yeah, it's just not the passes aren't clicking, and they're just dumping it in the Wild, and the Wild are happy to just push it right back out.
Yeah. This is the worst I've seen them play in a while. This is just absolute bad. And I'm sorry that Mark Hudson, welcome to the show, my friend. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go there. You know that they shocked that they win another game, but this is something that where I'm at now. That you know, Husso's not as good as everybody thinks he is, and he's. I said earlier that I felt the league had figured him out, and Minnesota's figured him out. That third goal was on him. I'm sorry, that was 1-on-1. He could have easily stopped that.
It could have been 4. It could have been 4-0. He was way out of position in that Boldy one-timer. He just completely whipped that shot, and that was a bummer. And it looks like he took a puck to the nards, as Lance said it. And so hopefully he's fine.
Oh, I'm sure they are, my friend. I'm not sure who this is, because you got to go and click and where on this post where it says that I'm going live. Click there so I can see your name. It makes it a lot easier for me. But join us on the show, my friends. Join us on the show. We'd appreciate you. We enjoy you. I got Wendy White said it's awful. We need Bennington before he got COVID. That stuff messed with him badly. I agree with that. James Barfolo on another post says we're running out of defensemen. That is a true statement. I said, where are the Blues? No offense, no defense, no W. And I absolutely agree with that right now.
Yeah, here's the thing, guys. And I'm not trying to make excuses, because you next man up in hockey, just like everybody says all the time. But when you lose one of your best power play or penalty kill guys in Bortuzzo, I think that's his specialty. I don't like him otherwise, but I think he's very good on the penalty kill. And then you lose Letty, who's very good offensively at moving the puck around, especially on a power play.
Yeah.
And now Krug's lost a guy that's great offensively, and even though he's small, he throws his weight around. We saw him hit Thomas in the cup. When you lose guys like that, your defense is not going to be as good. Now, there's no excuse for it, because in my mind, this is a scheme thing, number one. When the Blues fell behind 2-1, Berube started keeping the defensemen and pushing them way into the offensive zone. It's too soon to do that down 2-0. You've got to still take some chances, but you got to back them up so it doesn't become 3-0. Yeah. And that's not happened. I've had people tell me that the Blues, several people, I'm not going to name names, told me the Blues D was terrible all year, and that it was Husso that saved him. No, Husso, and his 38, 39 starts, Husso maybe won the Blues a game or two on his own. The rest of the time, the team played well in front of him. Yeah. So, guys, this defense was pretty good in the regular season.
It was. And 30 people watching. Thanks, man. Keep it up. Keep sharing this out on your shows. Maddie, you're going to talk bad about the Blues. I'm throwing you out right away, man.
Hey. Guy.
Yes, sir.
Guy. If I did do that, I would put Blues suck in the bottom of my intro, but I did not do that.
It's been a bad game, man. I'm in it.
I wouldn't do that.
Ryan Green says, great. Marchand joined the group. Tammy says, hi, Maddie. Hey. You know we love you, Maddie. We know you do. You know we do, right?
Hey, we all agree, and Maddie even agrees, that Marchand does not need to do what he does, that he's a good player without doing that. So he's a Boston fan that agrees that, so don't give him any slack, because he's not up for those antics that Marchand does a lot of the time. So cut him some slack.
We got a new one. August, welcome to the show. I'm Guy the Y Blues fan. I'm joined today by Lance Scott from The Drop. Maddie from, Maddie, what's your show again? It slipped my mind.
I know it's been so long. Maddie C Sports for you and me.
Maddie C Sports for you and me with the number 4. And Ian, the Minnesota Wild fan, joining us when we play the Wild. Welcome, hi, August, Ian, and we agree with you. We are playing right into their game. Tell your friends about us, August. Let's get us up to that 50 mark. We're just short of 30. Nolan Raymond says 3-0. Yeah, it's bad, my friend. August says, thank you. Ryan says we do suck. The Blues are outscored 9-2. Yeah, the last couple of games have just been bad. Why haven't we scored? Because we're playing crap hockey. Right? We're playing crap hockey. Way too many missed passes. I agree with you, Wendy. And welcome, Wendy. I haven't seen you in a while. Did the Wild do a rope-a-dope on us from the first game? I think so. It feels like that.
What were you going to say, Maddie C?
Lance, I just wanted the honor of if you would love to be part of my show. I want you to join my show.
Who are you talking to, Maddie?
Lance.
Talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll join it. Just let me know.
And Guy, of course, you too.
Oh, anytime, my friend.
Anytime.
You just got to ask and we'll get something done.
You're an encyclopedia of Blues hockey. Why would I not want you on here?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Well, I love you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Brian, this is a good point. Defense wasn't built for the playoffs. And that is maybe one of the things that I agree with. T. Erickson, we got you now. You're on YouTube. He says Parayko is one of the Blues' worst D-men. I don't agree with that. He has had kind of a poor game today.
Yeah.
No. You guys have had a very tough 2 games, and you guys played your hearts out in game 1. I don't know what's going on in game 2 and 3.
I'm with you, man. It's just been bad.
It to me, Maddie, it looks like, I don't know, and I hate to say it for any professional team, they just don't look like they're into it. And I don't know if it's they don't want to win as bad, or do they not like Berube's system, or they don't have confidence in Husso? There's something underlying here, because this team had very few games like this in the regular season. And hey, I'm going to give the Wild some credit. The Wild in game 2 and this game have played very well and taken advantage of the Blues' mistakes.
Can I just say, for Guy, do you agree with me in this sense? In everything that's been talked and everything like that, with the Blues, the regular season was great and everything, but my question is, like, we've talked about this through the multiple games in the regular season, and my thing is, but why? But why are the Blues not playing Blues hockey? And, you know me, I'm a biased fan because I'm a Bruins fan, but why? But why are the Blues playing like they are right now?
A couple different things. I think you have 3 defensemen. Your top 3 defensemen are hurt right now. You have Krug out. You have Leddy out. You have Bortuzzo out. Your defense is hurting. I mean, on that power play, you had Tarasenko at the point. Tarasenko is a sniper. Tarasenko should not be at the point.
Nope. And another thing people are forgetting, it's not just the defense of Leddy. Are the defense of Krug. Those two guys, in my mind, are in the top 25, 30 in the league in offense. I know I've given Leddy some issues with his defense, but I cannot say anything bad about his offensive skills. He moves the puck quick, just like Krug, and they're missing. I mean, Boston, I think in this series, they're missing Krug from a couple of years ago because he adds so much to the offense.
August, you are dead on this one, bud.
I'll agree with that, Lance.
Credit Minnesota for being patient. Blues look disorganized in this one. I absolutely agree with that one. I said right off the bat to Ian, I said, look, I'm not taking anything away from the Wild. They're playing a good game tonight, but the Blues are playing absolute dog shit.
Yeah, the Blues are playing right into their hands is what they're doing.
Right? Absolutely.
Has the Flowers shown up, though? I feel like he's shown up a little bit better, but he's not getting as many shots as he was in game 1 and 2.
So we've lost it now.
That last
I gotta address this comment. This is the exact opposite. The Blues, 2 of the Blues' 3 injuries, well, one of them at least, is from their own guy. Krug is from his own hit.
Yeah,
and what I just said earlier, somebody was saying they questioned me. You don't know what it is? I just said it. They're missing Leddy's offense, Krug's offense, and Krug's just tenacious boards where he just goes after everybody. Everybody wants to harp on the defense, but we're missing their offensive skill.
I'm going to address this. Nitro, no, they're not. This is that. Oh my God. Bennington always plays bad, and Husso, the team plays bad in front of him. No, it's not. The team is not leaving Husso hung out to dry. I disagree with that. Now, they are giving up too many odd man breaks, but you know what? The good goalies, the goalies that get cups, stop those. And Husso, for the most part, he's not. And the two of these 3 goals are absolutely on Husso. Goal 2 and goal 3 are on Husso. This should be a 1-0 game, but it's not, and we got to deal with it.
So real quick, guys.
Yeah.
One thing, I think this is. I don't think this is too far off to say either. I think this game goes one of 2 ways. I think either the Blues get a quick one early in the third period and it becomes a game again, right? And it's 3-1. Maybe you guys push a bit. Or if the Wild get the next goal, I think it's over. I
don't think the Wild need to score another goal. I think the Wild are going to go into an absolute. You can come to our zone. We're not letting you take a shot.
Yeah,
the Wild are not going offensive anymore.
Yeah, Jose, I mean, I agree with you. And like I said, here's the thing about it. They're missing them offensively, but they're also missing their defensive skill, too. It's a combination. Yeah. But here's the thing. What Guy and I are saying is some of the players that replace those guys, it's not the fact that they're not as good. It's the fact that it doesn't seem like their head's in the game. That's what we're trying to say.
Can I just say?
Maddie, go ahead.
Go ahead.
The Blues are playing lackadaisical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, they are.
It's just, the injuries came quick. Obviously, guys, the injuries came quick for the Blues. They didn't have it in the regular season. I mean, Torrey Krug, yes, he's a vital point of the defense, but you got to realize that he is an offensive defenseman, but he just did not play the way he should in these games right now.
No, the last 2 games he hasn't.
He's not the same Torrey Krug as a playoff Torrey Krug. And if you remember in Boston, Lance, I know you would say, when he was in the Cup Finals and stuff like that, everybody was like, oh, my God, where did Torrey Krug come from? But he's not playing playoff Torrey Krug. He's playing regular season Torrey Krug, if you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because in that whole Stanley Cup run for the Bruins, he was all over the ice. It looked like he was a man on fire with somebody with a match to his butt, and he was on everybody. He played good offensively, but he was tenacious and all through the Stanley Cup playoffs that year.
Okay, I got to take care of some business. I got to say a big thank you to Jose Figueres, August SB, I hope I said that right, Devin Dayton, and Tammy Pemberton. Thank you so much for putting those thumbs up in the air, giving us some likes, giving us some loves. And if you do it on YouTube, we greatly appreciate it, but I don't get to see your names. I'm sorry about that. That's YouTube, not me. But thank you so much for letting us know. And if you're there, please put your thumbs up. Let us know you like this. Tell your friends about this. August says, let's hope for a decent effort in the third period and give Fleury some work. We've never been shut out this season. Let's keep that going. Let's get a goal. That's all I want. I want a goal. I want a goal so you can change it up and get things going. That's what
here's what I want. I would like a win, but with the way they're playing now, it doesn't look like it. They can't come back and win. I want this team to do what they didn't do in the second game. I want this team to show the Wild, hey, in game 4, we're not going to be the same team. And they didn't really do that in game 2.
Yeah.
First of all, Facebook user says, Blues missing D, missing heavy hitters, Blaze and Sundqvist. Blaze was not a heavy hitter.
No.
Sundqvist was. Blaze wasn't.
No.
And Blaze missed the entire season to a broken leg. So, you can't count him at all.
And I'll say one more thing after.
Yes, sir.
After everything.
Go ahead, man.
So, I think for the Blues, they need to, in the third period, they need to score 2 goals. And the reason I say they need to score 2 goals is to say, listen, you may have scored a couple goals and you may have done something, but we're not done. I'm just saying, we're not done.
Oh, no, I agree with you. They do need to, actually they need to score 3 goals and get this into overtime where anything can happen. But it comes down to this. How do Wild play the prevent defense? Because they're going to play defense. The Wild are not going to go offensive anymore because you go offensive, you're going to give up a goal. they're going to do everything in their power right now not to give up a goal and keep the Blues out of this game. Do you agree or disagree?
Absolutely.
Ian?
Oh, I 100%
Ian,
agree.
I'm sorry.
You know, I gotta say, it's plays like that power play, that stupid penalty that Buchnevich took. That's just something. That's a play you can't make if you're Buchnevich, because that just totally
That wasn't a penalty. That was not a penalty at all.
He held him up. He did. He stopped.
He skated backwards. The guy. You know. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a homer and say it wasn't a penalty.
And that's all I'm saying is that that's.
I'm going to be a non-homer, even though I'm a homer, and say it was a penalty.
Yeah. Well.
This is unbiased. I'm just saying you can't make that play. If you can't do that if you're Buchnevich.
No. And you know what? These players know. By the first couple of minutes of the game, they know what's going to be called and what's not going to be called most of the time. And that's what he did there. And I can understand why you think it wouldn't be a call, because it happened several other times and it wasn't a call.
Yeah.
But this time they called it.
It was a makeup call. That was a makeup call. That was an absolute makeup call. Huh?
Let's just say this is playoff hockey. There's not going to be as much penalties as you think. There's going to be lackadaisical penalties. Now, with the Bruins and Hurricanes the other day, yes, there was Lance. I was talking about this through our messaging, and there was between two teams, there was I think 27 penalties altogether, something like that. But this is playoff hockey. Little lackadaisical penalties are not going to be called. So be ready in which series you're in, because the penalties are not going to be as frequent. It's playoff hockey. We all know playoff hockey. Guy, I know you know.
Oh, yeah.
Lance, I know. And I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. I'm sorry.
Ian.
That's Ian.
Ian, yes. I know you know from this that playoff hockey is a totally different scenario, and that's what I'm going to say. It's playoff hockey. Deal with the penalties you think should be penalties, and if there is a penalty, then you know.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I gotta bring this up because it's happened. I wish we still had Petro. If we had Petro, we wouldn't even have made the playoffs. Petro is the reason the Knights missed the playoffs. Understand that. His contract that they can't do anything with is the reason they missed the playoffs. Plain and simple. And it's the reason they're going to miss the playoffs for a lot of years to come until they can dump him. And they're going to have a hard time dumping him.
And here's the thing about Petro. He helped that team so much defensively that they lost 17 games to teams that didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Think about that, people.
Right. No, this is simply going to come down to can you break through? If you can break through in the first 5 minutes, you have a chance.
Yep.
If you can't, game's over. Right? And I honestly think they're going to get shut. I'll say this. I honestly think the Blues are going to get shut out tonight.
I'm gonna ask you this question, Guy, and I'm not trying to start an argument, okay? I'm just not. If the Blues are down 3-0 and 6 minutes left, should Berube pull the goalie?
No.
Depends on the situation.
No.
Right? If you're 4-on-4 again and you have control of the puck in your zone, yes, you pull the goalie.
All right. No. That's fair.
No.
Right?
But I wouldn't. That's
what I tried. That's what I tried to make up before. Okay, game is on, guys.
Yep.
See you at the post game.
Come back, Nick.